Hey guys, welcome. It's your friendly neighborhood bee, and let's get straight into it, shall we? From r/ am I the butthole? Am I the butthole for telling my neighbor it's not my problem her newborn wakes up to noises coming from my apartment? A little controversial, a little spicy. Okay, Reddit says no a-holes here, but we shall see. We shall make our own verdict. I recently moved into a one-bedroom apartment that had been vacant for a while. The unit is great overall, and I really like living here. I have a 2-year-old golden doodle. He will occasionally bark when he hears something outside my door or in the hallway. But I work from home, so I'm almost always there, and I correct the behavior when it happens. It's usually just a couple of alert barks. Tonight, around 7 p.m., I was having dinner with my sisters when my neighbor knocked on my door. She told me that my dog's constant barking has been disturbing her newborn's sleep and that this has apparently been going on for weeks. She also said she has 2 dogs and that she educated them not to bark, so I should be able to do the same with my dog. The thing is, my dog wasn't even barking when she knocked on the door, and I honestly don't believe he is barking constantly. Since I work from home, I would definitely notice if he was. I told her I would try my best to manage it, but also said that I can't control the fact that the building sound insulation seems pretty poor. I can hear the baby crying through the walls quite often, but I've never complained because that's just part of apartment living. Babies cry, dogs sometimes bark. Now, the whole interaction has made me really anxious and hyper aware. If my dog barks even once, I immediately worry she's going to complain again. Am I the butthole for telling her that the building's thin walls aren't really something I can control? Update. This situation has made me very hyper aware, so I've been paying close attention to my dog, a mini golden doodle, since the interaction. Last night and this morning, he didn't bark once, and honestly sleeps most of the day. We take long walks, and I play with him after feeding, and he's been trained since he was a puppy. I think part of the issue may be that my unit was vacant for so long before I moved in, so they may have gotten used to the total silence next door. I lived in my previous apartment for 2 years and never received a single complaint about my dog. My husband even added an extra layer of insulation around our front door to reduce hallway noise, and the building itself is very pet friendly. There are probably more dogs than people here. I'm trying to empathize because I've never had a baby and maybe don't fully understand what she's going through with a newborn, but at the same time, I don't feel like I should have to tiptoe around my own home in fear that a single bark might wake her baby. Yeah, as someone who used to live in an apartment that's kind of part of apartment living, there are people going back and forth in the comments saying that a lot of the times dog owners don't realize how much their dogs bark, but I think a lot of them are skipping over the part where the dog didn't even bark when the neighbor knocked on the door. What that's a pretty strong thing that most dogs do bark at. Dog didn't even bark at that. So it's just And some people are saying, well, are you really home all the time? She works from home. So yeah, probably. Yeah. You turn into kind of a hermit. Yeah. And I think the neighbor honestly might just be a little hypersensitive, and especially dealing with a newborn. That's a lot. Like, I don't think OP's the butthole. I don't think OP's the butthole here. Call me crazy. I really don't think she is. Not the butthole. I don't know. I think you just kind of have to deal with apartment living. And the fact that you can hear her baby crying through the walls, those walls are thin. Those are thin. To be able to hear that, I'm sorry, but no, not the butthole. Anyway, if you guys like hearing me read too, if you like my stories, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm here every day. Next victim. Am I the jerk for driving straight through a woman's fence because she blocked my driveway during a medical emergency? All right. I, 37 female, was at home with my daughter last week when the absolute worst happened. She has a severe allergy, and she accidentally came into contact with something she should not have. She started swelling up and having a really hard time breathing. It escalated so fast. We lived super close to the emergency room, literally a 3-minute drive. So I grabbed her, grabbed my keys, and ran out to my car. Waiting for an ambulance would have taken way longer, and we did not have time. When I opened the garage, I realized a woman had parked her giant SUV directly across my driveway, completely blocking me in. She was standing right next to it, chatting on her phone, and watching her dog go to the bathroom on the curb. That's illegal. Parking in front of someone's driveway, that's illegal. Okay. I panicked, I strapped my daughter in, rolled down the window, and screamed that it was life or death emergency, and she needed to move her car right this second. The woman literally just held up a finger at me, told the person on the phone to hold on, and told me I need to calm down and wait. I'm on a very important phone call. I'll move in a minute. Mm-hmm. My daughter was wheezing in the back seat. I didn't even think. I put my car in reverse, backed up as far as I could, and then I drove my car straight across my own front lawn, smashing right through this woman's wooden fence next door just to get around her SUV and into the street. I got my daughter to the ER in time, and the doctors were able to treat her. She is totally fine now, thank God. But now the woman is furious. She got my info from another neighbor and is demanding I pay for her broken fence and the landscaping I ruined. I got words I can't say on YouTube. She even tried to file a police report for destruction of property. The cops did not arrest me because of the documented medical emergency, but they said it is a civil issue now. My husband is just glad our daughter is safe, but he thinks I went totally crazy. He said you should not have panicked and destroyed someone's property. He thinks I made a terrifying situation even worse by causing a massive property dispute. Am I the butthole? If cops say it's a civil issue, take it to civil court, baby. Like, no, no, no. Laws exist, okay? Laws exist. So you can take her to court, right? Cops say it's a civil issue, civil court, my love. No, she was blocking your driveway. That's illegal. No. You could also sue her for the emotional damage, things like that. Try to get her to pay for the ER bills. Try to get her to pay for all of the landscaping to be fixed. No, absolutely not. Also, your husband. What's his problem? What is his problem? He thinks you're crazy and that you panicked and made a terrifying situation worse. Because this horrid woman, decided my phone call is more important, even though you screamed at her that it's life or death, move. So it was more important for you to wait? That you should have just waited? No. What did he expect you to do? Just sit there and wait like, oh, it's okay, as your daughter's dying in the back seat? This what would he have done in that situation? What does almighty husband think that you should have done? No. No, 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 no. You did not make a terrifying situation worse. You made it better. You fixed it. Okay? Don't get it wrong. You fixed it. You didn't go crazy. You were being a mom. You did good. You are fine. No. Mm-mm. I do not like this. I don't like the neighbor. And frankly, I don't like your husband very much. I think you need to have a conversation with your husband. Anywho, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.